You're trapping your mind in a box. If you think that's what you have to look like in 5 years, I mean, that's just Western medicine talking, you know? If you stick with me, why, who knows? We could use the power of crystal healing. You could keep your leg. I would use my Reiki healing powers. And I could be your shaman.
So are you saying actually that you would like me better with a leg? That's all I heard.
Stephanie, no. That's not what I mean at all. I just mean, I think there's a lot that we could bring to complete each other. You could bring me someone to worship instead of being worshipped. Someone to give me some choreography in life. And I could maybe make you whole. And
Still hearing that you want my leg.
no, I don't mean physically whole, Stephanie. I mean spiritually whole. Whether you get to keep it or not, I would help you find an inner peace, whatever the outcome. And, well, Stephanie, I just learned that you like a deal. So, if you're willing to put your heart in, you'll get 2 hearts for the price of 1. Woo! And hopefully, your clothes half off.
Frank is getting quite frank indeed. Let's move on to contestant number 2.
Contestant number 2. I don't know. This is a big deal, and so I have to ask the same question. Can you love me without my good leg?
I imagine if we've been together for 3 years, 5 years, we'd be really serious about each other, you know? The bonfire of our love had burned down to a bed of warm coals. You know, you can still light up a conflagration really quickly, but it's not big as it once was, you know? That doesn't sound as romantic as it did in my head. But
I interpreted that to be romantic.
Stephanie, your leg doesn't define you. It's just a piece. You don't have to have a leg for me to love you. You know? If you wanted to dance still, they make fake legs.
Henry.
They even have those back in the day, fake legs. Pirates had them. Mama.
I forbid this. Look, your father's unwell. You will be taking over the family business. We are going to have you leading the operation of the bus depot.
I don't just have to drive anymore. I get to make the route scheduling.
Yes, exactly. But whoever you marry would need to drive, and her good leg missing, this could never do. She can't drive with only the one leg.
I mean,
With the bus, you have to have the left foot to brake.
They have the shifters that are up top and automatics now. All right, Mom, I'm here. You're not throwing gears, really. It's not a big rig.
Seems like this bus has hit a rock in the road.
Son, if you choose to be with this woman, I'm sorry. The business will have to go to somebody else.
Mama.
Looks like things just got real for contestant number 2. Moving on to
I feel
contestant.
like it was a mistake to bring her.
You choose your own guests, contestant number 2. We can't even control them.
Contestant number 3.
Don't edit that, okay?
Just take it again.
Contestant number 3. I know that you love me without my leg because you taught me how to figure skate and how to dance. But how can you love me and him at the same time?
Ooh. Well, this took a turn I did not expect.
Stephanie, Pat and I are done. Imagine now he's taken his recliner out of my place.
But I imagine all his records still at your house, and he only took the ones he liked. He left the Beach Boys.
Stephanie, You don't believe me when I tell you that I love you? And imagine the days that I rub lotion on your stump and give you tea to calm your nerves because you're having phantom stump pain. And I talk you down off that ledge and I bring you back to reality. And Stephanie, this is real.
I am better than my leg.
You are. And Pat and I are. We're history, right?
That's right.
Right?
That's right. We are history.
Yeah.
And this is, you know what? It's time for a personal moment with Pat. Stephanie, I've noticed that you are getting caught up on little things like my records in apartments or whether or not they'll love you without a leg.
Well, I imagine that you live with her.
You imagine that I live with her. It seems to me that you are imagining problems where there are none. Perhaps you worry so much about what could go wrong. Perhaps it would be helpful to imagine what could go right.
What could go right?
What could go right? How about one final round? The what could go right round.
Yes.
One more time. Imagine, and this is your last chance to plead as well the contestants why the Bachelorette should choose you. One final opportunity to connect on what could go right. And remember, you're making your choice after this next break. Yes. We'll take a break, then we'll do the round. Just a quick break, though, because we have to make this choice. All right? Yes? Quick break, Oliver?
Pat.
Yes.
I was sitting over there, holding this microphone, realizing that in about 8 minutes it was going to explode. But then I saw the way you spoke to our Bachelorette. The way you reached inside of her and helped her understand her limitations and helped her bring herself to perhaps her full potential. Pat, that's the Pat I always knew. That's the Pat who's the host of the mating game. And that's the Pat that I would never, ever try to replace. I don't know if you could ever forgive me, but I debugged the microphone, Pat. I took the explosive out. And this should be with you where it belongs.
Well, Oliver, I gotta say, I'm off the record personally disappointed, because you did remind me of me.
That's exactly what made me start thinking, sir. The last thing in the world I'd ever want to be is a horrible, slimy, reptilian entrepreneur who doesn't care about anybody except themselves and their bankroll. I care about love. I care about life. And you can take your job and shove it. Woo!
That's what my daughter said to me. All right, well, anyway, the ratings did go up, because you're right. The audience loved that moment that you had. Oh, we had a secret poll back there, so good
Wow,
job.
you really have your finger on the pulse.
Good job, man. Just keep the job.
Thank you so much.
Too bad.
Excuse me, Stephanie, I have good news. Okay, first of all, apparently you have a coupon for buy one, get one free amputation. I think you may not want to use that, but just let it know. But this is good news. Apparently, if you can find a donor, then the doctor can put someone else's leg onto your stump. If you can find someone willing who loves you enough to do that.
Oh.
I mean, I would do it for you, but you know that I have 2 right feet, and I want you to know that, okay?
This is amazing news. And I'm sure any one of the 3 contestants would be happy to give me their leg. That's what could go right. I know it.
I believe in you, Stephanie, and
I know I'm your brother, and maybe you don't care what I think. I don't have a leg to stand on. I mean, but you're gonna make the right choice and make everyone proud, okay? All right, bye.
Wonderful. Can we come back? Yes? Yes. 3, 2, 1, you're on. Thank you and welcome back to the mini game! That's right. We are moments away from our Bachelorette making her final choice. But first, the what could go right round. Your last chance to connect with our lovely Bachelorette. Why should she choose you? What could go right?
Stephanie, I could sit here and tell you all the things that could go right, but it would be better to just show you. Moonbeam! Moonbeam, are you still out there?
Yes, Pastor.
Moonbeam, it was so incredible of you to come out here all the way to Hollywood to follow me. It's shown true devotion, and it means that you're ready for the next step. Level 100.
Shepherdess?
Yes, but this is a path you must take alone. For I'm stepping down as pastor of the Universal Crystal Life Church of Greater Utah. I want you to take my crystal. I'm giving up my role in the church. I'm hopefully going to be ballroom dancing. Well, watching ballroom dancing. I can't lead the church anymore on one leg. That's right. If need be, I'm willing to give up either one of these beautiful gams to the woman I love.
You really must be in love.
I am.
You never give anything.
I'm ready to change. I've learned a different choreography, and here's where our paths must split. Go. Lead the church.
People, I'm coming!
Let me see what your leg would look like with mine.
Well, I suppose it would be this one. You wouldn't want two right feet.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Wonderful. Contestant number 2.
What would go right? Contestant number 2.
Stephanie, I think I'd imagine that you and I are right together for a number of reasons. We've got that physical attraction that I know you can't deny,
I can't deny it.
but also I can't and won't ever be someone who's just going to fold over for you. You can't have my leg, and it's kind of bonkers of you to ask. I can be the kind of man who challenges you to live up to your own potential. You can have a fake leg. They're really advanced these days. I will love you and help you through that. I know it'll be hard, but that's what marriage is. It's not about worshiping one person or worshiping the other. It's about a partnership where you go through life picking each other up when you're down, celebrating each other when you win, and making sure that you always choose each other day after day. And Mama, I'm sorry. I love you. But you can't control me anymore. She's a wonderful girl. If you can't see that, then there's something wrong with you. You know? I can make my own choices, and if you can't respect them, then I've got to keep you away, Mom. And that's not what I want. But you made me say that.
I understand that Stephanie is a good coupon collector.
World champion coupon collector.
Well, maybe she could
Dad
help
needs
me.
that amputation of his arm. Buy one, get one free, right?
Would you give us the coupon?
Yes.
Oh, my daughter-in-law!
that's what mates are all about. Figuring out the hard stuff and making it work.
Eddie. And contestant number Alexander.
And what would we do, right?
We would learn that you don't need 2 actual legs to run a cheese business. And that Flagstaff didn't have a boutique cheese company until we opened one. And you have this flair, this creative flair, and you apply it to the boutique. And you know that there's nothing like a good stump to stir up fresh way, or to take it, dip in to test it. And Stephanie, listen, Pat and I, we never really worked. We never worked, Pat. We had different tastes in music, and he couldn't stand the way I smelled after he got his nose back.
Let me tell you this, it wasn't Gouda.
Look, you and I, we're just meant to be. And if I had a 3rd leg, I would give it to you. But I can't run my business with 1 leg. And we need the 2nd income to support the cheese boutique. So I've got to keep the porta potty business going. So please understand why I wouldn't give you my leg and why you're perfect without that leg. Oh.
Thank you, contestant number 3. Audience, give a round of applause to our 3 contestants. All right, Stephanie, we've reached that point in the show. We've been on a long journey and seen these beautiful relationships, but you have to make a decision. So, one by one, we will dismiss the losers.
It's so hard.
Yes, yes. Remember, this is your mate for life. Who is the first contestant you will be saying goodbye to tonight?
I hate to do this, because I did fall in love with you. But contestant number 3, no, really, I'm lactose intolerant. That's the only reason. I'm so sorry.
I'm sure we can find a vegan alternative to dairy. I'm sure there's a solution that's going to come in the future.
It just doesn't exist now. And not any porta potty can handle what happens to me. Please, it's not personal.
But it is. Just like Pat letting me go because you're going to regret this one day. Believe me, when you wake up with one of these, you're going to regret it.
Thank you, Alexander. I know that must have been tough, but you have one more contestant to disappoint tonight. Who will it be?
Contestant number 2 or 1? I'm going to have to say goodbye to contestant number 1.
Oh!
I think you should be leading your flock.
You need my flock.
I need that crystal back.
And we know what that means. Bachelorette, say it out loud. Who have you chosen?
Contestant number 2.
Henry and Stephanie. Wonderful. You have just won the mating game. Give them a round of applause. The production team will be putting you up in a beautiful motel right across the street from a mini pot. Thank you so much. One more thing that you would like to say to each other before we say goodbye to our commercial audience.
Stephanie, I promise to choose you for the rest of our mating life.
And I promise to choose you, and I'll give all my coupons to your mother.
Wow! What more can we say about that? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This has been the mating game. Let's give them one mating game good night kiss.
My name is Ken Adams. I'm the artistic director of Synergy Theater. Tonight, this incredible set, our costumes and our original theme music and sound design were made for you respectively by Eileen Tumlin, Nikki Vilas, and Rusty Garachka. The mating game was conceived and directed by the one and only Valerie-Yield-on-Green. Thank you so much, everybody. We have 3 more performances of the show. If you had a good time, come on back. It's always improvised, it's always brand new, and always based on your suggestions. We're here tomorrow night and Saturday night, and then Sunday for our closing matinee. Please come back, and please tell your friends. Your word of mouth is our greatest source of advertising. If you like podcasts, Synergy Theater has one. We have a podcast out there called Improv in Practice with Synergy Theater. You can find it anywhere great podcasts are found. And we have a wonderful host and producer named Sarah Wilson who interviews improvisers and improv students and talks to them about how improvisation is working into their life journey and their career journey. It's fascinating, so look up Improv in Practice with Synergy Theater. If you think improv is fun and you want to give it a try, we teach classes. Go on our website and find out all about it. We'd love to see you in one of our classes. Finally, folks, Synergy Theater is a 501c3 nonprofit charitable organization. We rely very heavily on the generosity of our patrons. That's you. So if you are feeling generous and you have a couple of bucks, we have a bucket on the way out. Go ahead and throw some money in for us. We'd appreciate it. If you want to write us a big old check, we'll take that too. We have some envelopes there. Take it home and send it to us. It's tax deductible, and it would go a long way towards helping us fulfill our mission of building a better world through the art of improvisation. Thank you all for being here. You are loved, and we love you. Goodbye.